A client once paid me $1,500 for a single conversation that gave him one aha moment. You're getting that aha for free right now. Most coaches and consultants do not close clients because they are selling in the wrong order. They try to convince during the call instead of filtering before the call and following up after it. In this video, I will give you the three-part process I use and teach my clients to close without pressure, without scripts, or any manipulative tactics. Let's have a look at the pre-qualification. If you take calls with anyone who just wants to chat, you will drain time, energy, and credibility. I used to jump on calls with no filter at the start too, and I wouldn't say it's a huge problem when you start because you are still learning who is your ideal ICP, how does your offer come across, and you learn the skills to close the sale. Stats often show that many coaches and consultants convert only 5 to 10% of discovery calls because they are talking to the wrong people. So adding a simple filter before the call is super important. For B2B customers, this happens more naturally through scoping and timing, but for B2C and high volume outreach, it is very crucial. Here is the pre-qualification lens that you can use. Problem fit. Can I actually solve their problem? Urgency. Do they want change now or one day? Funds. Do they have funding set aside to invest in themselves? Values alignment. Do I want to work with this person? Ask simple pre-qualification questions in DMs or checklist. What's the main thing you're struggling with right now? What's your goal for the next 3 to 6 months? What have you tried so far that worked or didn't work? I once told a prospect, you do not need me at this time. Keep going with what you're already doing. We messaged for 9 months, had 2 calls after, and then they signed. If I pushed earlier, I would have lost the trust. It takes time for people to be ready to buy from you. And if you want to grab my B2C pre-qualification questionnaire, feel free to grab it at the link below. You can add it to your Calendly booking system, you can add it to your website to make sure you triage the people who are applying for the calls with you. By the way, if you find this video valuable and really giving you insights to progress with your business idea, you will like my 5-day free course where I talk about your 90-day priority plan and what you need to focus on to make your first $2,000 sale. Absolutely free, packed with value, hitting your mailbox in mini lessons for 5 days. Grab it at the link below. Part 2, the sales call. This is where most people blow it. They show up needy, thinking, I must convert this call. But pressure is contagious. If you are tense, the client feels it. Most entrepreneurs pitch too soon instead of listening to the client. According to HubSpot, actually, 69% of buyers say that the best salespeople listen to their needs, while only 13% of those people say that those salespeople actually do listen. Think like a doctor, not like a pitcher. Doctors ask, diagnose, then prescribe. If your doctor skipped the questions and jumped straight to a pill, you would not trust them. Use active listening. Ask layered questions. Why do you think this is a problem for you right now? What happens if you don't fix that? What's your bigger why? People do not buy what you do. They buy why you do it and how it makes them feel. Use your certainty and their words to build that feeling. Part 3, post-call follow-up. Most consultants ghost after the call, or they just send a week, so what do you think email? And then they wonder why deals do not close. Mistake. There is no structured follow-up that you have in place right now. And there is some crazy numbers. Studies actually show that 80% of sales need 5 or more follow-ups, yet almost half of sellers stop after one. Do not be that person. You need to follow up, even if it seems to you that you should not. So review all the pipeline, all the conversations you had recently, and then send a follow-up to those customers. Send an email recap with their words. You told me your biggest struggle is X. Your goal is Y. Here is how we can get there. Add next steps. Always ask them the question on how would you like to move forward. If it's not a fit now or the timing is not right, stay in touch, share a resource, check in after a month, or congratulate them on the progress. Sales is not about chasing or convincing. In fact, your clients do not need convincing. They need conviction that your offer will help them close the gap between their point A and point B. It's about filtering, listening, and following up. So here is the 3-step process again. Pre-qualify before the call, treat the call as an exploration, not a pitch, and follow up with clarity and care after the call. Your next client is already in your network. Start the conversations. then guide them with this process. And if you want to know how to package your service in the offer that you can then share with your prospects to make them want to buy, watch my video here on how to craft your first offer. As always, rooting for you with care, Anna.